Hello, class. This is Dr. Fielding. I am your Introduction to Psychology professor. Looking forward to going through the quarter with you. Now, you all know this is a summer quarter, and the summer quarter is shorter than the usual quarter. It's 8 weeks long as opposed to 11. Because of that, you're going to need to pay extra attention, especially to the due dates, because usually we're able to go each week for one chapter with 11 chapters, but now we're covering 11 chapters in 8 weeks. So please be very careful to be very attentive to the due dates for the assignments for each chapter. Now there are 11 chapters. And let's go through what the requirements are for each of these chapters. Pull up your syllabus, if you would, on your Canvas shell. There's a lot on that syllabus. Not that much of it is important, but they make me put a whole bunch of stuff in it. So, course materials, you do need the required textbook, and if you want a chunk of extra credit, you'll want to get the book Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Very inexpensive book, by the way. Okay, under course policies, assignments, expectations, for each chapter, you're going to have a discussion post and a written assignment. 9 of the 11 chapters you will also have a quiz. So be very aware of that. Prior to doing any of those assignments, you need to listen to videoed lectures. They're on your Canvas shell. There are 2 for most of the chapters, 2 lecture videos, 1 hour apiece. And 2 of the chapters, chapters 8 and 10, there's only 1 lecture for each. And for chapters 8 and 10, there are no quizzes, but there are discussion posts and written assignments for each chapter. So please look through that on your Canvas shell. There are 2 major exams. There's a midterm exam following chapter 5, and there is a final exam following chapter 15. The midterm exam and final exam cover each half of the content. The quizzes that you take with each chapter are mostly based on the textbook. The exams, the midterm and the final exam, are based on the lectures. So please be aware of that and know what you're doing and what you're studying for each one. There's a class project. It's a major project. The rubric is on the final page of your syllabus. And all of the requirements are pretty clearly identified. It can either be a regular research paper or it can be a case study, and the difference is discussed on that final page. If you have any questions, feel free to communicate with me. Now, let's see. Be honest, don't plagiarize. Don't make me be a jerk and give you a bad grade. Page 3, you have the tentative, well, it's not tentative, it's pretty secure, reading schedule for the chapters. That they correspond explicitly with the Canvas shell as far as when assignments are due and when certain areas are being covered. Your grade, what's used to make up your grade, is clearly identified there so you know what you have to do. On page 4, there are some services available from the college if you need them. Toward the bottom of page 4, it talks about communicating with me. Yeah, it's a paragraph, but bottom line is it's all about email. So email me if you need. I check my emails quite frequently. So let's go ahead and move over to the Canvas shell. If you open up your Canvas shell, if you're on it, there's the syllabus under course orientation, and there's this video that you're listening to now. And then each chapter, in the order it's being covered with its due dates, go in order. So you know exactly when the due dates are for each chapter. Each chapter also has its lectures connected to it. Now open up the chapter 1 lectures, if you will. And if you do, you'll see that there are 2 Google Drive links there. For some people, the Google Drive links seem to work quite well. For other people, they don't. But if you have any problem getting on to those lectures simply off of Canvas, I have a YouTube channel. It's just called Kelly Fielding, and every one of these lectures are on that YouTube channel. So please feel free to go to that channel if you can't open the link from Canvas for some reason. So we go down. Again, I mentioned after chapter 5, and so you've got 5 chapters, 1, 11, 2, 3, and 5. There will then be a midterm exam, and that'll be 50 questions long. It will be at the end of your Canvas once it's published. Right now, the midterm exam is not published. Starting with chapter 6, you go 6, 7, 8, 10, 14, and 15. 8 and 10 are only half of the normal load. Again, there's no quiz for chapters 8 or 10. There are writing assignments and discussion posts, but there's only 1 lecture for each chapter 8 and 10, not 2 lectures for each chapter. If you look toward the end of the quarter, you'll see under chapter 14, you have a research project due. Well, that research project is the that we talked about on the syllabus, the 100 point. It's a very significant portion of your grade. Paper that you write that has its rubric on the last page of your syllabus. And that will be due on August 21st. And then if you look at chapter 15, at the bottom of chapter 15, you'll see extra credit submissions. And that has to do with the book Man's Search for Meaning and the 3 movies that you can watch and write very brief paragraphs about. That's where you would submit them. Again, be very aware of their due date. If you do that extra credit, that's almost as much points available to you as the entire class project. So it's a lot of extra credit, and I'd encourage you to do it if you feel like you're a little lower than you'd like to be when you check your grades on Canvas periodically. I will do my best to get your writing assignments and discussion posts graded shortly after the due date has passed. Hopefully that will give you a good idea along the way of where your grade is at. Those are the basics. It's not very complex. I don't like complex. And again, I want to reiterate to you that I want you to be successful in the class. I want you to learn what psychology is. Psychology is very important to me. I am a practicing clinical psychologist. I have been for 35 years. And I believe that psychology has great value to humankind. So, what I'm hoping for you is that you'll enjoy the course. You'll watch the lectures. You'll complete your assignments. Please do it on time. I will only give extensions for due dates for extremely extenuating circumstances. And so I really do expect you to be very responsible. I think that's about it. Again, this was just a simple orientation to your Canvas shell and to your syllabus. Do your best. Look forward to working with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. And who knows, maybe we'll have a Zoom session or something like that if enough people want to do that. We could even meet on campus if people wanted to, if that's something the whole class chooses to do. So just let me know. I'm happy to work with you however you'd like. Work hard, and I'll work hard with you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now.